Feeling stuck between ambition and action? Here's how to reignite your spark. Do you ever find yourself staring at your dreams, feeling like they're just out of reach? You know you're capable of greatness, writing that novel, transforming your health, mastering a new skill. But the gap between where you are and where you want to be feels overwhelming. You tell yourself, I'll start tomorrow. But when tomorrow comes, the cycle repeats. Instead of taking action, you scroll mindlessly or binge another show, wondering why motivation always seems to evade you. Let me assure you, this doesn't mean you're lazy or weak. What you're experiencing is a universal human struggle. When goals feel too big, our brains instinctively seek safety and comfort. That voice saying, it's too hard, or what if I fail, isn't a reflection of your potential. It's a survival mechanism. But here's the life-changing truth. You're not powerless against it. With the right strategies, you can rewire your habits, build momentum, and turn someday into today. Why we get stuck and how to break free. Think about the last time you set a goal. Maybe you wanted to save money, but the idea of cutting back on every little expense felt suffocating. Or perhaps you aimed to get fit, but the thought of daily workouts left you exhausted before you even began. This isn't laziness. It's your brain's natural response to perceived threats. Big tasks trigger stress, and stress pushes us toward instant relief. Hello, Netflix marathons. But here's the good news. Progress isn't about giant leaps. It's about tiny, intentional steps. Consider this. Every expert, every success story, every person you admire started exactly where you are now. They didn't wake up one day with unlimited willpower. They learned to work with their brain, not against it. And you can too. Step 1. Shrink your goals until they feel effortless. The secret to overcoming procrastination: make your first step so small that it's impossible to say no. Example 1. Want to write a book? Forget about 200 pages. Commit to writing one sentence today, not a chapter, not a paragraph, just one line. Tomorrow, write 2. Within a month, you'll have a daily habit. Example 2. Dream of running a marathon. Start by putting on your shoes and walking to the mailbox. Celebrate that win. The next day, walk around the block. Small victories build confidence, and confidence fuels momentum. Why this works? Your brain resists change, but it can't argue with just one sentence or 2 minutes of effort. By starting microscopically, you bypass fear and prove to yourself, I can do this. Step 2. Design routines that run on autopilot. Willpower is a finite resource, but routines are renewable. The key is to remove decision-making from the equation. Morning ritual. Place your journal and pen next to your coffee maker. While your coffee brews, write 3 things you're grateful for. In 30 days, this becomes second nature. Fitness hack. Lay out your workout clothes the night before. When you wake up, changing into them becomes the default action. No mental debate required. Learning goal. Keep your guitar on a stand, not in a case. Seeing it daily nudges you to practice for 60 seconds while dinner cooks. The science. Habits form through repetition, not motivation. By anchoring new behaviors to existing routines, like brushing your teeth or making coffee, you piggyback on patterns your brain already accepts. Step 3. Master the 2-minute rule. Starting is the hardest part. The 2-minute rule eliminates excuses by focusing solely on the first step. How to apply it? Want to read more? Commit to reading 1 page. Often you'll find yourself finishing a chapter. Need to declutter? Set a timer for 120 seconds and tackle 1 drawer. You'll likely keep going once you start. Procrastinating on emails? Write just the subject line. Momentum will carry you through. Pro tip: pair this with a reward ritual. After completing your 2 minutes, do something enjoyable. Sip your favorite tea, dance to a hype song, or text a friend. This trains your brain to associate effort with pleasure. The power of imperfect action. Perfectionism is the enemy of progress. Waiting for the right time or enough energy guarantees you'll stay stuck. Instead, embrace the mantra. Done is better than perfect. Case study. J.K. Rowling wrote Harry Potter in cafes while raising a baby. She didn't wait for ideal conditions. She wrote in stolen moments. Your turn. What's your cafe moment? Could you brainstorm plot ideas during lunch breaks? Practice yoga poses while dinner bakes? Every imperfect effort counts. Building resilience through failure. Setbacks aren't roadblocks, they're stepping stones. Reframe failure. Missed a workout? That's data, not defeat. Ask, what made it hard? How can I adjust tomorrow? Celebrate micro wins. Drank water instead of soda? That's a win. Wrote 50 words? Another win. Track these to stay motivated. Remember, the people you admire didn't avoid failure. They failed forward. Every mistake taught them how to improve. Your action plan. Choose one goal, e.g., I want to feel energized daily. Break it into a 2-minute task, e.g., do 5 squats after brushing my teeth. Pair it with a routine, e.g., place my yoga mat next to my toothbrush. Celebrate immediately, e.g., do a victory dance afterward. Just remember, your dreams aren't as distant as they seem. That book, it's hiding in your daily 10-minute writing sessions. That fitness journey, it lives in your 2-minute stretches. Every small action is a vote for the person you're becoming. Visualize this. A year from now, you'll look back and realize that today's tiny choices created extraordinary change. The fire within you is still burning. It just needs a little kindling. So take that first step, no matter how small. You've got this, and the world is waiting for your light.